Hello, my name is Cornelius Henderson, and I'm going to be talking about the 6 reasons the banks are rejecting your offers. I'm the managing partner of Cooperative Solutions LLC. We're a real estate development firm based out of Washington, D.C. You can locate us online at dcmetrorealestatedeals.com as well as isyourmoneylazy.com. All right, why is this important? Naturally, bank REOs are popular because of the foreclosure crisis and the difficulty getting short sales through. So banks are taking back the properties. Bank REOs are about 75 of the marketplace. Whether you go, what depending on what market you're in, that number can go up or down and fluctuate. All right, so it's a place with a lot of deals. The backdrop to that is a lot of uh, local and national gurus have been talking about a lot of strategies I've been personally taught that are kind of made the quality of the amount of offers go down. And as a result, banks and REO agents are cracking down on the wholesaling of REOs. They don't have any issues with you necessarily wholesaling if, like, let's say you change your mind, things of that sort. They just don't need it as blatant and obvious, and kind of right now that's what's going on. So hopefully this short video can kind of start to teach people the correct ways to start putting in these offers to get these accepted, and we can start kind of cleaning up the so we don't lose a good thing. Because right now, quite honestly, REOs have been good to my to our investment group. We're going to do a quick overview of just kind of the 6 steps to REO profits. First and foremost, get your real estate license or develop a relationship with a realtor. This is really critical. When I got licensed, because I'm in charge of marketing and acquisitions for my group, it was kind of a jump that we had never seen in the business in terms of I know I personally in terms of helping strategize our where we were going and where we focused on. We anticipated the bank REO, and I got licensed, and we were on the front end of that, and it's been good. But I definitely suggest you get your license or develop a relationship with a realtor. It makes all this easy. All right, when you do that, the most important reason why you're going to get access to MLS and the MRIS. All right. The other reason is you just get credibility as a realtor. You're able to talk the same talk. But you want to set up 2 types of searches in your MLS or your MRIS. First one is going to be a price-based search in your target farm area. Let's say the average value of a fixed-up, drop-dead gorgeous property is 200,000. I personally target 60%. So this is not factoring the repairs. It's just a search. So I say I don't want anything above 120,000. I want everything below 120,000 in this farm area. And I'll just pick a farm area that's based on, let's just say, Fort DuPont Park in Southeast DC. Okay, ARVs, although right now they're increasing. The 4 bedroom 2 bath is now we've seen it go for 250, 225, 250, but for the most part, I still like to see everything below 120. It might not be flooding in your different farm areas. You have multiple different searches, but I don't like to see a lot of the riffraff when it comes to the MLS. I want quality, not quantity. I don't want to waste my time putting out offers, angering realtors out here. You're also going to do a keyword based search in your general and city areas. So in let's say in the DC and Montgomery County, Prince George's County, you can set up searches, very targeted searches based on keywords in the remarks section. So just some obvious ones that you can set up are, foreclosure, bank owned, different things of that sort, so that you can target it. You can target certain types of properties in the general search. This is really good for like higher end properties, and like, let's say, neighborhoods such as Adams Morgan, 16th Street Heights, that necessarily a lot of properties, let's say, in these areas aren't going to meet Mayo, or maximum allowable offer, but you can get in on a good deal through these types of searches. All right. This is where I probably disagree with a lot of the gurus who are teaching. We visit the property, and I recommend you visit the property. Once again, we're after quality and actual deals, not the quantity of offers. This is key to what it is. What it is. I'm gonna follow up the keys to getting your your offer accepted. We visit the property, and definitely recommend you do it too, because that's one of the linchpins behind the strategy. you're gonna want to call and email the listing agent. This is general practice that I actually learned from my broker, and it lends credibility to you, puts a kind of a voice, name, face to your offer, and allows them to actually see it instead of just a kind of a blind offer, which just means nothing. You're gonna make the offer, which is the crutch of what we're gonna talk about next. And then after you close on a property, you're gonna want to build a relationship with the REO listing agent so you can start to get pocket listings and information before deals hit the market. All right. Obviously, I just highlighted it. Making the offer is what we're going to talk about. Is what we're going to focus on. There's 6 keys to a strong offer. The first one, and depending on what your position is in the investment game, you're going to be able to get around or do different stuff. But I'm just telling you, here's what we're doing, and here's what the players are doing who are going after. This is what I know. Like the major buyers in the market, this is what they're doing. Strong non-refundable earnest money deposit. Personally, I know we use 2,500. If you've never worked with an REA agent, they're going to try to push you to five. We have done 5,000 before on a property we really like, but generally don't, because it just depends on how the REO agent is. Whether they're just, sometimes you can tell that they're just feeling you out, see where you are. But through the other methods that we show, we can show that, hey, I'm just not putting that amount of money on the line. It's just not a smart business decision. I can talk my way out of not putting up more than 25, but we just like 25 because it beats the 500,000 that most people are out there doing. All right. No contingencies. That's what we talked about, going to visit the property. For us, like, I'm not gonna say I know repairs like the back of my hand, but for the most part, I've seen everything from toxic mold to structural damage and know how to fix it. So, in my numbers, it's already done. The bank and the listing agent, they know what work needs to be done. So there's no surprises. So I have no contingencies. They know for the most part, we're gonna close. All right. Hard money, lender letter, and bank statement. All right. This is what will set you apart. We present the bank statement to show that, hey, we have the cash to close on this, but we also present the hard money lender because we want to let people know, hey, we're gonna use other people's money. We're gonna need access for the appraisal, things of that sort. It sets the expectation. So we don't want to get caught up because a lot of them are uh, making you get these pre-approval letters and all this crap. I'm like, dude, I'm not. They don't even know how to deal with me. You're not running my personal credit and all that stuff. So we just provide the bank statement, and sit over here to get around that to not be included in the financing. All right. Your buyer's name, and if you don't have that, you just partner with you partner with other people. You can go ahead and get the financing from the other bank institutions and do that, if they're required to. But this is just what we're doing to get around that, and this is what we're talking about in terms of a strong offer. Buyer's name, this is really simple. These next 2 points are really simple, but it's really key because like a lot of people, let's say you're targeting 1234 Main Street, and we usually just set up an entity called 1234 Main Street LLC. Well, right now the REO agents are matching that up with all your other information. They want to see your actual operating entity, and they're matching that up with this next point with your lender letter, your bank statement, and your EMD check. So instead of just having the 1234 Main Street LLC just blank in there, you're gonna always want it to say and or whatever your operating entity's name is. For this purpose, I put REO Homebuyers LLC. Okay, because they're gonna look and they're gonna want to see REO Homebuyers LLC. They're gonna want to see that in the contract. They're gonna want to make sure they see your lender letter, your bank statement, and your EMD check. All right, that all of that lines up. All right. So do not waive your final point. Do not waive your buyer's agent's commission. This REO agent told me just dead up. This just raises a red flag for whatever reason. I mean, these guys are quirky. They make no sense. You would think they only care about selling their house, but they don't want you double dipping, and things that they call double dip. Just don't do it. It just they can they a lot of times the REO agent told me just directly straight up, they don't even pay attention to your disclosure because we disclose it. It's in the jurisdictional addendum. We disclose it and everything, but they're not paying attention to it. But when you start waiving the commission, it just gives off a red flag and it can kill your deal. And one time it almost did for us. So in negotiating, just don't pay attention to it. If they are scanning it in that much detail and they decide to bring it up, then that's fine. But don't mention it. I know many of you right now, I'm just going to tell you the way to, like, let's say you're nervous about the no contingencies and a strong non-refundable offer. 9 times out of 10, they're going to come back with when you put in an offer and you start going through the negotiating period, they're going to send you their addendum once you start getting into the negotiation. Once you know that you're in the ballpark, you're able to start shopping that deal. Even after you have an agreement, you're not on the line. So you can not, and to form a legal contract, you have to have consideration paid. As long as that EMD check has not been cashed, you do not have a legal contract. So you technically have, if you have a deal should only last about 3 days. All right. And in general, once you start negotiating, you can start working that deal to get it to get it out and get it through and know that that's going down there on the line. Now, you can continue to do your inspection and all that, but just understand that the major players in your marketplace, if they want that property, this is what they're doing and they're going to get that property 9 times out of 10, because it's not really, you're always in the same ballpark and range. And if you're wholesaling a property, you're going to be below what I am, you know and our group is when we're trying to directly buy the property. So you have to kind of get aggressive to get these properties, to get these properties approved. And if you decide, we have had properties where we're like, hey, we're not gonna, and I'll tell them that we're not gonna look to close on this before we even get to signing the addendums that they've agreed on a price. And no harm, no foul. You haven't strung them out or strung them along. We've just changed our mind. So that's how, if you're nervous about putting up the non-refundable deposit, that's how you're able to get out of it. All right. In conclusion, aim for 10 strong offers per week. um, I'm just not really into wasting time personally, so I'm not out here writing a million offers. I like 10 strong offers per week on properties. There's some properties we look at and we just have it in a spreadsheet until they start dropping the price. We're not interested or whatever, because we know it's not even gonna even be close or whatever after talking to the agent, but it's on our radar when it does become close, and you kind of know those properties. All right. Additionally, definitely looking to network with bird dogs, new investors, wholesalers, rehabbers. We're wholesaling and rehabbing, so we're buying as well as selling. We do most of our communication through our prime buyers list, in terms of joint venturing with wholesalers as well as buying properties from wholesalers. You can find it. You can subscribe to our buyers list at dcmetrorealestatedeals.com. We give a lot of stuff to the people that are in our network. So definitely recommend you join our Prime Buyers list, as well as like us on Facebook. You could find us at facebook.com/cooperative solutions. And as a free bonus, when you like our page, we're going to send you an ebook called How to Create Offers That Can Make You Rich. And it's basically a detailed analysis of 7 powerful marketing strategies that you can incorporate into your business right now. We have incorporated these. Hopefully, you can incorporate into those. We do a lot of sharing because, I mean, we just believe in working with other investors. I mean, it's cooperative solutions. That's what we are all about. So we do provide a lot of free information to the people that are in our network, and that's just one of the free things we give you just for liking our page. I'll look forward to working with you in the future. Take care.